Hey, what's up guys? I'm here today playing Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and I am playing the most recent patch. I think it's a 2.1, I believe. I'm basically just here today to talk about my wizard. She's a lightning build right now. Just basically just trying out different skills, different items, different passives, all kinds of different stuff, just to see what works for me. Getting to the point where I'm starting to find a couple good items, and it's becoming more and more crucial that I pick the right skills, pick the right build, and I kind of streamline everything I find, all the rolls that I make, to maximize DPS and survivability, of course. So, I'm just going to basically be, I think I'm just going to do a rift as I talk about some of my stuff. So to kind of get us started, I have, as I said, a lightning build, and so we'll start with skills. I'm doing electrocute with arc lightning. Because I am on a lightning build, I do want to kind of center everything around that, especially my skills. I do have a couple items that add to lightning skill damage, and so it's crucial that the main skills I have, they are actually lightning, or else it's all for nothing, right? So right now I have lightning damage increased by 60%. That's quite a bit in general, but there's a couple more places that I could add to my lightning skills. So there's a couple pieces I'm still looking for, so this is definitely a work in progress build. But first and foremost, I have Odin's Son. And this is not only adds to lightning skills, which is amazing. For me, it did roll a little bit low. It can go 15 to 20%. I got 16, but I was just happy to find just the item in general. So I was pretty satisfied with that. It is lightning damage, and then the legendary affix is to do chain lightning. And so I have a 24% chance, maximum of 40. That also rolled pretty low. But like I said, it's something to start with. It really works well in my build, and it's fine for right now. So, I found it, and it rolled Intel, Vite, and that lightning damage on there you see. So I did, I added new materials that they came out in patch 2.1. It's Ramaladni's Gift. I usually just call it the Gift because I seriously doubt I'm pronouncing that right. And so I just added one of these to Odin's Son because it didn't come with a socket. So I just added that, and good to go. Added some crit hit damage because I think that's the best option I have. You could do ranged melee attackers. That's terrible. 160 damage. I'm not really sure how that factors in, but I'm pretty sure I've tested both ways, and the crit hit damage emerald is better. So that is my best chance, I believe. Life on hit, damage against elites. Damage against elites is very good, but I don't think it compares with crit hit damage, and that just adds an enormous amount of damage once you get to level 70. Explore some of those items. Okay, so that's my weapon. My offhand is Mycon's Ball of Hate, I think it's called. Just wait till this. Mycon's Ball of Hate, yeah. So, this is also a great offhand for my build because of the electrocute. Can chain to enemies that have already been hit. So my electrocute basically, does like an area damage to all enemies around me, and with Mycon's Ball of Hate, it just increases the overall damage, really. I mean, it procs on some enemies and then comes right back to them, so they're basically hit twice. They have the chance to get hit twice. So that is absolutely great for me. And by the way, I'm doing this on Torment II, if you can't see right there. I did recently find a couple good items, and so I jacked it up from Torment 1. I am on Hardcore. I guess I should have mentioned that before. So I'm trying to be a little bit cautious. What do you have? Mortar Nightmare Minion. So I'm trying to be a little bit cautious in terms of what difficulty I am playing on, because I have had plenty of characters die, and I don't really want to take any chances, because I have put a lot of hours into all my characters, most notably this one. I think I have the most hours on my wizard. I have one of each class, but this is the one I really kind of like, the one I care about the most. So, trying to be careful. So, for that reason, I'm on Torment II, and just kind of slowly creeping along, make sure to kill everybody around me, so nobody sneaks up on me. So, I have Mycon's Ball of Hate, which helps me out with Electrocute, and I also have Arcane Orb damage that actually didn't reroll, it just actually rolled like that when I found it, which is great, because that's my right click, is Arcane Orb, with the Spark Rune. So I have Odin's Son, Mycon's Ball of Hate. My rings are Stone of Jordan. It's got the regular damage, lightning skill increased damage, which is phenomenal. I did reroll for intel because I think it had strength on it originally. I found it on my Crusader. Yeah, the Wrath on there, and it has increased damage against elites by 26%, which is absolutely huge. 26% is phenomenal. It's, yeah, 25 to 30%, so 26 is pretty low, as most of my gear is. Low roll. But 26% against elites is ridiculously great. So basically, the only problems that anyone in Diablo, I think, would have is elites, right? No one really gets killed on a regular basis by white monsters. So your biggest enemy is going to be the elites. So any damage, plus damage, you can get against elites is going to be huge for you in the long run. You don't want to sacrifice too much damage, to get that actually, the plus damage versus elites, but it's fantastic if you can actually manage to get it on even one of your items. It's great. Okay, so I have Stone of Jordan. I have Kane's Habit that I just crafted. It's nothing special, it's just got some stats with a couple sockets. It's definitely replaceable, but it's okay for what I have right now. And I do have the gloves as well, so I have a set bonus of, what is it, attack speed by 8%, so, it's not anything crazy, but it's, it's something, so that's fine. My gloves were, I think, rares before I put Kane's on, so that is not a problem. Wasn't replacing anything great. Let me try and take care of these guys first. These guys are nasty. Vortex, Waller. That's a little scary. So I really shouldn't be running in there without teleport off cooldown. Wizards are squishy, as you know, unless you build them into a tank. Which you definitely could, it's not hard, but it's not the way I've chosen to go. I've mostly have damage on this build, so I need to be careful. There's really no point in me ever going in voluntarily to an elite pack without teleport off cooldown. It's just really, really dumb when you're on hardcore. There's just no reason for it. So, I'm trying to play more cautious. But, as you know, sometimes all you want to do is just run up and blow some stuff up, right? The temptation is there. The temptation is real. Do have Nemesis. I actually do have a pair of Nemesis in my stash, but I'm not going to worry about it. I don't really want to carry them around with me and switch them out every few minutes. Got another elite somewhere. Okay, so moving on. That's my one ring, and my other ring is Band of Untold Secrets. I found this ring plenty of times, but it was never very good, but actually did manage to find one that was decent. It's got crit hit damage, got attack speed. Attack speed probably would be better if I rolled it to crit hit chance, but I am always low on Forgotten Souls, because I am constantly rerolling stuff for my several 70s, so it gets to be expensive, and I'm typically very poor, very devoid of Forgotten Souls, so that's something I probably change in the future, but not anytime in the immediate future. This is not good. Extra Health Nightmares Arcane Minion. I don't really like that. Okay, so Like I said, I have Canes. I rolled crit damage. I don't remember what I replaced, but that's definitely much better than what it was on there. I remember that. It's really low crit damage, but it's fine for right now. Like I said, I don't have the Forgotten Souls to spare, so I'm just sticking with that. And then Intel Invite, pretty standard. And I have Thunder God's Vigor as my belt. This is, I wouldn't say crucial for a lightning build, but it's definitely great for it in my opinion. Its lightning skills, 15% more damage. Yeah, that's max. 10 to 15% is the range. Does 428, 458 Intel Invite. It's got life regen. So the main reason I want this build is because of the lightning skills. That's just irreplaceable, really. I mean, it is so beneficial to you to have anything that adds plus your element, whatever your build is. It does have an affix, blocking, dodging, or being hit causes you to discharge electricity, which is just a nice little bonus. Okay, my bracers, just regular rares, but they have decently high intel, invite, and then perfect crit hit chance, and near perfect lightning skill damage increase. So once again, just focusing on lightning skill increase. And then my chest, just a really basic legendary. It doesn't have an affix on it. Just got Intel, Vite, Life Regen, and sockets. Nothing special. Just kind of a placeholder until I find something really good. Homing pads as my shoulders. I prefer something like, I don't know, like Deathwatch Mantle or something like that. Something with, you know, some offense to it. But homing pads are fine, especially for hardcore. That legendary affix helps a lot. You got a little bubble put up around you that reduces damage taken by 62% when you town portal, which is nice. I mean, for hardcore players, it's just a little bit of insurance, which is never a bad thing. And it's just got Intel, Vite, Armor, and Life Regen. Ideally, I probably want all resist over Armor, but Armor is, you know, I mean, it's not a bad thing, so my resists are okay. Torment II, they're probably a little low, but that's alright. Member of Twilight as my helmet. This is not very good for this class at all. I want something like Stormcrow would be cool. I think that adds plus lightning damage. Yeah, this is not ideal for my class. Which is pretty much the only reason I got it was because the crap ton of intel, the attack speed, and the arcane orb damage. And then the socket I could have done. What's it called? Whatever, the one that does life, but I elected to do Magic Find instead, because my life is not by any means good, but it's fine. I can survive most stuff, so that's what I elected to do. And so, yeah. So I got Mempo Twilight right now. There's several other helmets I want to use, but I don't really want to give up the Magic Find, because I don't have a socket, or the crap ton of damage it has, and the Arcane Orb increased damage. My Amulet, also rare, unfortunately. I have an Ouroboros, but I haven't been able to roll lightning damage yet. I think I have fire on there right now. And I was planning on building a fire wizard, so I haven't changed it. So I just have intel, attack speed, crit chance, and damage, which is just a crap ton of damage, no survivability. Which is okay. I mean, it's not at all what I want to end up with at the end of the game, but this gets the job done, so those are my items. A couple things I've been thinking about or switching around is my Firewalkers. I've used those a lot because I have Arcane Orb damage, and, you know, your feet are on fire, it's cool. So I've been using those forever, but I just recently found these I'm trying out. I haven't seen these very often. I feel like they're a lot more rare than Firewalkers are. The affix is you gain 500 life regen per second for each second you stand still. And this can stack 8 times, so 5 times 8 is 40, so 400, 4,000. So you could have up to plus 4,000 life per second just standing still, which is awesome, okay? So this is really, really great for someone who's just kind of standing there and left-clicking them, occasionally right-clicking them, which is pretty much exactly what I do. And so I already have, where's this? That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. It's level 37. So I have, let's move around here. Where's my life regen? Life per second is 30, 28, 28.9, I think. Yeah, and then it just goes up from there, from my boots. So, I have pretty decent life regen as it is, and this has another 4k just off the stats, which is huge. So I can get like almost over 8,000 life per second just by staying still for 8 seconds with these boots, which is awesome. Okay, basically the philosophy of my build is just to stand there and electrocute them for as long as possible, because I do have paralysis. I have a 15% chance to stun all targets for 1.5 seconds. So just discharging lightning over and over and over again will eventually, stun them several times. So that's basically what my build is. So if I can just stay there and have a chance to stun them on top of that while gaining increased life per second, perfect. That's a dream. Sounds great. And so this is the other helmet that I actually wanted to use, because I gained 3.1% increased damage, which is great. I mean, who doesn't want more damage? And I do earn a lot of toughness. It's got a little bit less arcane orb damage, which is completely fine, but it does have crit chance over attack speed, which is what I really want. And it's got vitality. What I really don't want to replace is the socket. So I've been trying to re-roll that last stat on Blind Faith for a socket, but I haven't been able to do it yet. So run out of Forgotten Souls, which is, the story of my life. So this is the helmet I want to use, but it's a work in progress, and I even might just switch it out just because it is so much better than the other one. And if you didn't already see, the 28.1% chance to blind on hit, that's huge. That's a big chance, over a quarter chance. So that's definitely worth noting, and that's really great for a secondary skill. This Mirror Ball is what I want to use before I got found Mycon's Ball of Hate off Kadala. It's got similar damage, a little bit more intel. It does have Vite, which my Mycon's Ball of Hate does not, and it has crit chance a tiny bit more than my one I'm using now. But the reason I changed it was just that legendary affix, that Electrocute can come back and hit people twice, which is way better than 1.5% damage and 14% toughness, in my opinion. You can disagree, that's completely fine, but this is the way I've chosen to build my character. So despite the green numbers, looks very appealing. I'm sticking with my Ball of Hate. Thunder Fury was the other weapon that is pretty good for this class. I found this one, and I was using it before I found Odin's Sun. Basically I just changed Odin's Sun because the lightning skills. That's literally it. I mean, it's got a little bit less damage on it. I think it would be close. It's got a little bit, yeah, it's got less damage because this has better attack speed. And then, yeah, so Thunder Fury is a great choice if you can't find an Odin's Sun or can't find Shard of Hate or something like that. Thunder Fury is a great option, but I think I'm going to save this. Might save this for my Monk, try and get that to Dex instead of Intel. So yeah, I replaced my Ring of Larceny really recently with my Stone of Jordan, because I forgot I had this on my Crusader, so I want to switch this over. This is a lot better damage, actually, just base damage, and so it makes your 723 to 778. So this makes your paper DPS increase quite a bit. But that's the thing I've learned actually pretty recently. It's not end-all be-all. This is not what you need to be looking at when you're looking at your overall damage. So first of all, we already talked about increased damage against elites by 26%. That's so much better than anything on here. Okay, even with the minus 7.5% damage. So much better. And in addition to that, it adds lightning skills plus 15% more damage, so much better than this, even though it has 77.5% damage. So even if you went from 723 to 778, okay, so that's quite a bit of damage increase, but not a huge amount. But if we look at my lightning damage, which is really all that I'm doing, left and right click is both lightning damage. I go from 1.158 with my Stone of Jordan to 1.128. So it's actually less lightning damage, so I don't want to do that. And I also want to keep the damage against elites. And just that's same story here. Oculus Ring's got better stats. It's going to give you better base damage, give you better toughness and healing, but it doesn't compare to the benefits of using Stone of Jordan. So that is why I am not. Whoops, I disabled. There we go. Okay. So that is my build overall. I don't like this. I'm just gonna wait till my black holes off cooldown again and those arcane sentries go away and I'll go back in there. I really hate running into elites when we go into a new place because there's no place to kite them. Oh my goodness. So that's a good that's the fun thing about watching somebody stream. You can watch them almost die. So my passive just procced, which is when you receive fatal damage, you heal to 45%, release a shockwave, and slows them by 60% for 3 seconds. So this is basically just your insurance for when you die, you don't actually die. So I should have died there, but I have my unstable anomaly on. Whew, which is why it's there. So I'm just going to wait another 20 seconds to go back in there. For my other passives, I have Dominance, which is basically just a shield that absorbs 16,000 damage that can stack 10 times. So that is pretty good, as long as I keep killing enemies. If I don't, then it's not really very useful for me. My other passive is Galvanizing Ward. And this is, as long as you don't take damage, you just gain another shield. This one's 81,000, so about half as much as this potentially could be, but this is despite whether you're killing enemies or not, so that's always good. Yeah, these guys are super annoying, and the fact that they have extra health never helps. So I'm just going to stand still. Oh, no I'm not. That's a lie. I was going to stand still. But then he dropped frozen orbs. So, as you can see, Torment II, not that fun for me. Apparently I'm terrorized. Wait till that lifts, okay. So yeah, so basically I'm just doing a rift, trying to farm up some, what do you call them, Keystone of Trials, which are the new keystones you get after the new patch. I'm sure you guys know all about this already. The patch has been out for a little while now. So basically just trying to farm those up, trying to find a good build that works for me. Which, as you can see, is not very straightforward. Looks like these guys aren't even affected by my black hole, which makes sense because how big they are. I was running with my friend who was a Crusader. He had a lot of damage, and we'd just run Torment II together, and we'd have actually pretty easy time. I mean, he would be up there. He had the, gosh, what is up with these Golgors? He had the Jenkin board and Gearfoot's Falcon. I think that's what it's called. Gear Falcon's Foot. I think that's what it's called. The Crusader set, not the set, but 2 legendaries. The legendary Mace, I think it is, where it basically just removes the cost of Blessed Shield. And the Jenkin boards that allows the Blessed Shield to bounce up to 4 to 6 times. And so basically he just sits there and turns into a ranged Crusader, just shooting Blessed Shields over and over and over again. And but he ended up dying, actually. I think it was a couple days ago, Torment II run. Just weren't really paying attention, and I managed to get out of there because of my passive and my teleport. So I got lucky, but he was not so lucky. So, I've been having kind of a okay time. Oh god, didn't see they were molten. I've been kind of an okay time running Torment II by myself, something I'm just trying out. And it has had mixed results thus far, I won't lie. There he is. There's the last one. And so I have somebody like this, I just might as well just stand still. Unless of course some poison or some kind of, oh god. Unless of course some kind of poison or element, so I can gain that increased life regen. Because that is pretty big. I mean, 8,000 a second, it's pretty huge. Unfortunately, the community buff, which allowed 100% increased gold drop and goblins to spawn in pairs, just ended, I think, yesterday, so I'm farming single goblins like a peasant, unfortunately. Channeling pylon, nice. Channeling pylons, because you can basically just spam your spells with little or no cooldown, and resource regeneration is unreal. Just basically always have. Ooh, I like that. Wizard hat. I'm really looking for a Stormcrow because it has the lightning damage on it, but I don't think that's Stormcrow. I think it would more look like a, you know, a crow. But who knows? Never gotten one, so I don't know what it looks like. Oh, Mallords, please do not be Vortex. I don't think they're Vortex, I think he just knocked me back. I have died to Vortexing Mallords more times than I care to admit. So, I think my annoyance and fear is justified. I'm trying to stay on this side of those corrupted angels so they don't knock me back again into the other side. Yeah, these guys don't even get affected by my black hole, which is really frustrating because I wouldn't use a skill unless it was successful with crowd controlling enemies. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Of course, Mallords don't move because they're the size of a skyscraper. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I've been having a little bit of a tough time with these elite packs, but can you imagine if I was doing 26% less damage to them? I don't think I would have survived that last time, honestly. So, thank God for the Stone of Jordan. So I'm trying to work on a set for a fire wizard. I started collecting some stuff. Desecrator, extra health, orbiter, teleporter. These guys look okay. Started collecting stuff after I found a Firebird's Finery offhand. I don't remember what the actual thing is called. I think it used to be called just like Firebird's Orb, but I think it might be something different now. Oh god. Yeah, so I found a Firebird's Finery offhand, and basically the reason I'm interested in that is because I think the 4 set bonus is when you die, there's a meteor that falls from the sky, falls in your body, and you basically just resurrect, like a phoenix, as if you never died. And I'm pretty sure, unless they changed it, this has been confirmed to work on hardcore, which is like just basically an extra life. So anything I can do to ensure my survivability in hardcore, I'm gonna try and do. So I got the offhand on my last wizard that I had before she died. She found the boots, but those are the only 2 things I've ever found. So I know it's an extremely rare set, but if I can manage to find 3 things, I do have a Ring of Royal Grandeur that I can equip. So I will only need 3 of the pieces instead of 4. which is great. Because basically just an extra life, which would be awesome. This is annoying. You find I say that a lot in Diablo. I just think this is annoying, which is the truth. Might as well just identify this now, see what we got. Oh, so that was the one that guy just found, and I said, oh, never seen that before, that's cool. Except it's not that cool, because it's not that good. Although, if I could get a socket on that, I might just do that anyway, because it is increased damage from the one I have now. I'll probably just use the Blind Faith, actually. Because the only affix on that is it gives your illusions a chance to multiply. Which, like, if you don't use Mirror Image, who cares? It actually reminds me of, you guys play Dota, Phantom Lancer's, I think his ultimate, maybe? Basically just gives him his illusions a chance to multiply, which is cool. But not any practical use for me. So, I will probably, more than likely, not use that. I think I saw a rare up there, but kind of want to open this chest first. 'Cause I'm all about that paper. No luck. But I have noticed, I played really Torment 1 forever with all my guys, and I have noticed a significant increase in the items I get in Torment 2, which is, you know, kind of refreshing to know that stepping up your difficulty, putting your neck out on the line, actually makes a pretty big difference. And I know there's increased chances to drop legendaries, increased difficulties, obviously. But it's just kind of nice to actually see that in action. Okay, I don't think I want any of this yellow crap. I love that feature that they put in there. Don't have to go through and, you know, delete everything. Just make sure I don't want this. Yeah. Because I am always in desperate need of Forgotten Souls. So anytime I can pick one of those up, sign me up. Okay. There's a lot of crap. Plague Delusionist, Electrified, and Minion. That's fine. As long as they don't have, like, Jailer, Frozen, Arcane, like, we're good. That's really what I'm scared of, is somebody crowd controlling me with a Wall or a Jailer, and then just killing me with an Arcane Sentry or a Frozen Orb or something like that. That is really the most annoying things when they have crowd control and damage. I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh? Oh, I thought that guy would come out. Apparently not. I guess it's just a glitch. It looked like I thought he was just glitched underground and it accidentally glitched to show me it, but nope, that is in fact not a monster. %, almost there. But yeah, so this is my Lightning Wizard build. If you guys have any comments, questions, what the hell are you doing equipping this item, or you're an idiot for using this skill, please let me know. I've been playing Diablo since I was like 14 years old, but it is not, in a lot of cases, a very straightforward game. A lot of questions I have, so If you guys don't know why I'm doing something or think I should be doing something else, I encourage you to please, please, please let me know. Because I am interested in what you have to say. I don't know why I'm getting a butt ton of lag. Even though my frames are okay, my latency isn't bad. Ideally I want it under 100, but yeah, there's just like a 1 second delay in everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just came across a rare, and a champion, and the Rift Guardian, of course. This is not going to be pretty. Oh my god. Rift Guardian's coming after me. Huh? No, damn it. Yeah, he's coming. Oh shit, this is laggy. Okay, I'm gonna get the hell out of here because it just started lagging for me. And it's only going up. That is scary, scary. Looks like I got a wand. Check that out in town because I actually had a level 70 Lightning Wizard just like this girl, and I got kicked out of the server while I was in like an Act 5, just random location, and I got killed. Disconnected and killed. So I tried to log back in and just wasn't there. It's like one of the most depressing days of my entire life. Cool. Okay, so that'd be cool for someone using not only arcane skills, but slow time. Yeah. That's pretty cool, but I don't use that. Although it might be worth looking into, but I don't know if I want to even keep that because it has arcane skills, which I don't use at all. Go back or not go back? Yeah, I want to eventually go back just to kill the Rift Guardian, but I'm really scared of disconnecting because that would suck. Really, really bad. That would suck. Looks like we got, what's his name? Rakanoth, I think? Excuse me, Perdition. As a Rift Guardian. Ow. Also, another part that kind of sucks about these bosses and Act 5 really in general is I don't know what these monsters do. So, they'll just every once in a while like charge me or blow up on top of me and I just have no idea what's happening. I take a crap ton of damage because I don't know what the hell they're doing. Looks like the rare that I saw in the champion set that I saw are just keeping their distance, which is great. Because I got works to do. Anytime I can separate these guys would be a win for me. Now, 4 arcane power, so I might as well just use these orbs up. I'm not using anything else. It doesn't look like those things hurt that much, but I don't want to use up my shield. Just sucking those things in. As you can see, the procs pretty often to stun him, which is great. You know, especially in a boss like this, it's awesome. Single target crowd control. Keystone Trials, alright. And a Forgotten Soul, that's great. It is a success. That is a success in my book. Okay, now let's go try and kill that rare pack and the champion set. champions and the rare, just bundled up together. It says 98 ms, but I don't know if it's my internet or what's going on, but this does not feel like 98 ms. Those guys are kind of scary because I think like the more attacks they do, the higher attack speed they get. I'm not sure. It just seems like whenever they attack me, they kind of do a bunch of spin moves. The more they attack me, and it does more damage consequently. When you have rares of those guys, it's bad news bears. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of wander around a bit. See any joblins or rare packs to speak of. And if nothing else, it's just good experience. Some champions, or are they Desecrator, Jailer, apparently. Looks like they're Lightning Storm as well. Thunderstorm, excuse me. And Fast. Okay. Well, I think that'll do it. Don't need to make this video unnecessarily long, which I'm sure I already did. Way longer than it needed to be, but basically just want to show you how I use my character, how I believe she should be played, but I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. This isn't a build I found anywhere or anything like that, just kind of what I came up with on my own, so there's definitely going to be flaws, things I could improve, but I would like to know what you guys think, so let me just get out of here. So please, email me or comment, or if you have questions or anything like that, or comments. But this is my very first YouTube video, so be kind, but let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.